Right, I'm here on top of a hill with a Mighty Dacia, which unsurprisingly is not being very mighty. But our plan today is to try and improve it substantially. If we can get it running as a starter. Right, well, we successfully got the old girl running with a bit of a jump start. Her usual palaver. She doesn't like mornings. And we're just undoing the drive shaft nut. So we can get this drive shaft replaced, because that drive shaft is knocking in most horrendous manner. And then we might have a play with carburetors, we might not. I think we need a bit more of a kit, really. Which is running reasonably well, if, as usual, quite horribly rich. I don't mean horrible rich, that would be very rude. Right, what makes this especially fun is we haven't really got a comprehensive set of tools. We're not taking any precautions. No, we are taking precautions. We're not taking any risks. We've got a trolley jack and 2 axle stands supporting that chassis member. We need to get the caliper off. We've got to remove these so we can knock these wedges out. It all seems very archaic, to be honest. And then we should be able to pull the caliper away. So we can start getting this off. We haven't got a hub puller, so that's going to be interesting. We might have to try and engineer a solution somehow. But you can see how everything is very red in here. We're being guided slightly by this Auto Data book for the Renault 12, which we purchased at the the Aston Manor Road Transport Museum in Aldridge. There will be a video coming on that if it hasn't already. And it's not brilliant, to be honest, but still it's better than nothing. And yeah, we shall see how we get on. It's utterly ridiculous. This car is so not user friendly. Even if one of these rubber bellows goes, the advice in the Auto Data manual is to take the car to a dealership, because dismantling the drive shaft is a complete nightmare. So on a normal car we might replace just the CV joint, which is causing the knock. But instead we've got to replace the entire drive shaft. Don't know if I can detect any play in it. No, I can't really. We'll see what it's like when we get it off. The hoses seem quite new. Right, so we're trying to separate the hub from the wishbones at the moment. Look at that double wishbone suspension, how fancy. Of course we haven't got the appropriate ball joint splitter, so we're having to try and make it up as we go along. And the drive shaft gets in the way of you just putting the nut on the end.
Is that moving?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, well the arm's going up and the hub isn't, so... But yeah, getting ball joints to free themselves without a ball joint splitter, quite difficult.
Well, I've got a ball joint splitter, I'm not sure it would actually help it.
No, I'm not sure how you get it in, really. Oh, sounds like we've got acrobatics going on.
Oh, there's 2 up there. It's the person who figured that one out.
Maybe. Right, we couldn't split the ball joint, so we got it out instead. We're not sure how we'll get it back in. We'll worry about that another time. But drive shaft seems to be trying to pull out the gearbox, which is interesting because it's meant to be a roll pin holding it in place. But look, Richie's very busy removing the drive shaft, which is good. We were worried we might need a splitter or a hub puller to get the drive shaft out, but it seems to be merrily on its way. Out of the way, Charlie Jack. We push back into the gearbox.
I think I've pushed it part of the way back in.
Right. At this point, if we were Mighty Car Mod, we'd be making all sorts of rude references about shafts and holes and struggling to get it out and in, and but we're above that.
More or less.
More or less. Is this where we find out this is why you're meant to use the hub puller, because it pulls half the bearing out, which gives you the clearance you need to get the shaft out?
The other alternative is I pull the drive shaft out at the other end.
Yeah, could work.
Should I put a little container under there?
It could well go all...
This isn't actually my job.
Yeah, it could go a bit messy.
container for the jack should do. Because we have got it jacked point so that this side is higher than that side.
Yeah.
Floop. That was an interesting noise.
Yeah.
That CV joint dropping to bits.
Probably.
Well, that would be the. Can I get the large Jubilee clip that I used in place of the original nicely engined? Oh no, it's not Jubilee clip, is it? It's a.
Don't use trade names.
What?
Can't use trade names. It might not be a genuine Jubilee.
Definitely isn't. It's a cable tie.
Oh, there you go.
I should know. I put it on there.
Zip ties for our American friends. It's not a quality job unless you've used zip ties. Right, so shaft's out gearbox end. Now it's trying to get the angles right. So.
Oh, don't have joined back into there, you swine.
Oh. Hey! Freedom! We now have a one-wheel drive Dacia. So is it that inner joint that was making all the racket?
Yeah, it was the inner one.
Right.
That turned out not really to have any grease in it.
Ah. Now it's got loads of grease in it.
Yeah,
but
well, I
bit
thought,
too late.
Yeah.
Oh well, we weren't going to do this job on the way back from Romania.
Right, so...
Right then.
So how would the roll pin have attached that onto...
I don't know. The manual mentioned a roll pin that held that into the gearbox, but we're not seeing one. Maybe they'd change the shaft design.
Look, it's held on at the inner end by a kind of rubber band.
Yeah. It might be they deleted it. The manual did mention that 3 different drive shafts have been fitted to Renault 12s over the years, which is very, very French. They also like fitting different brake systems. Recording again then. Aha, we've discovered a key difference between old shaft and new shaft. Notably that this bit still seems to be attached to the drive shaft rather than attached to the gearbox.
And it's also got a noticeable hole in it where that roll pin you're on about must go.
Ah, there we go. We have uncovered the mystery. So that shouldn't have fallen apart like that, and we still need to get that out. But at least we know where we're looking for the pin to knock out to get that bit out. Ah, fun times. Thank goodness we didn't have to do this roadside.
Yeah, that would have been quite traumatic.
Yeah. Especially if it was in Craiova, where we found all the prostitutes. I say prostitutes, they may just have been female truck enthusiasts who like to hang around in laybys. Oh, when we say roll pin, what we apparently mean, which you can't see because it won't focus on it, is a bent nail. Nonetheless, it seems to have worked. Right, HubNut engineering at its finest. We've got the drive shaft in, we've got the nuts started, we haven't gone to full tighten just yet because we just want a bit of play in everything. We now need to get this ball joint back in here, which means we need a bit of height. So we're just going to live dangerously, and as we're recording, if it all goes wrong, are You've Been Framed still going? Can we get 250 quid? How high do I need to go?
Little more. Ooh,
There we go. I think.
I thought one of the big ones had 2, and you said to remember that it had 2, but I think it should have actually been.
Yeah, the front one may have had 2, I think. How are we looking for alignment there, sir?
It's not bad.
Oh, there we go. Right, quick.
Right.
Pressure off. So I got a washer on it.
No, but it's.
Right, 'cause that's got to come down, hasn't it?
Yeah,
Does that no line
do
up?
you think there should be a washer between those two?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think that straight onto that, and then a washer and a nut on top.
Is that? That looks like the one for there.
Yeah. Remember, HubNut is not an engineering channel.
You want Project Binky for that?
Yeah. Oh, this old Tony, that's quite good. Do you need me to jack that up again?
What would make sense actually is if you jacked up straight from underneath.
Right,
We can eliminate the hammer from.
our inquiries. Is it where it needs to be?
Underneath that bolt at the bottom will probably do it.
Oh yeah, there we go, that's all good.
Right. Whoop, hello. What's up with this? Oh, what point in proceedings does that line up with that?
Well, the whole point of that is to hold that in a straight line, so we might have to get a bar. I might have to stop recording because I can't do this while holding a camera. Sorry, folks. HubNut, doing up a HubNut. That'll do. So once we've finished buggering about with ball joints, we can start putting the brakes back on, and then maybe have a slightly enjoyable drive, if she'll start, around this private ground. If she starts. Still thinking a carburettor would be a great idea. Well, I'm pleased to report we're at a tidy up stage of this job. Brakes are back on, and we've greased up things that probably should have had more grease than they did. Got the drive shaft fitted, and we'll have a drive around on full lock and see if it's actually worth. But first, clean hands needed, and perhaps a cup of tea. Definitely tea. Oh, here we go again.
To the hill.
Aha. Come on, gravity. It's alright, she's going, she's going. Hey! That's how you start a Dacia. Oh. Reverse lights don't work anymore, apparently. Yeah, I'll try some tight turns around here.
Yeah, I'll go around the block.
Can't hear any clonking. Yeah, sounds good. Excellent. Right, here's a test for the gimbal. But as you can hear, no clonkings. All is well. Clean up the brakes a bit. Job's a good one. Here's to the next 60,000 kilometres. So that's it for Mighty Dacia for now. We've got the driveshaft changed. It's now running beautifully again. Still off the road for winter. Here she comes again. And yeah, we got further improvements. We want to get her running properly. That is the main objective, really. And but yeah, it's good to see her in action again. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe before you go, and I shall see you in a future video. Farewell.